To guarantee yourself a trophy at this year's show, owners will need a lot more than a night of cleaning and buffing. A last-minute dusting can make the difference between a first place and a last place finish.
To get a car show ready for what I expect, this past week I've probably spent close to 20 hours getting the car ready. Underneath the undercarriage, putting a coat of wax on it, taking care of any spots that may need some extra work, cleaning the glass, vacuuming out the interior. And then once you get to the show, you still have some detail work to take care of just to make sure that it shows as well as it possibly can.
Tim's Camaro catches the interest of a lot of people, but his car isn't the only one that turns heads.
It started off as a bone stock IROC, 1987. When I purchased the car, it had about 120,000 kilometers on it. It was red, really crappy paint job. The interior was horribly ripped apart. Just the one day, all my friends were like, "You can't do anything to that car." I'm like, "Yeah, watch me." Everything's custom fab. The front's from a Prelude. Back skirt's from a Toyota Celica 2000. Spoiler's been stretched 6 inches from Prelude. The rims are actually a prototype wheel made by Eagle Alloy. For the paint, it's 7-stage black pearl paint job, and then Flames, Tribal, whatever you want to call it, is a 5-stage pearl.
And what's next for Jerry's car?
I'm looking at a 383 stroker I just bought from a friend, around 400 horse or so.
We're all looking forward to seeing that. One of the biggest surprises to first-time participants is the level of cleanliness expected from the judges. A car with a dirty engine is guaranteed not to place in the top 3 in any class.
Key to clean engines is basically just go over it as many times as you possibly can. I have a bunch of little detail brushes. I have a brush that I use to get some of the dust into the crevices that I can't reach. Just spray detailer, water, rags, and don't be afraid of scraped knuckles and cuts and abrasions.
While Tim adds his finishing touches, first-time participant Randy can finally relax. His car has been judged. Now he can sit back and enjoy the rest of the show.
Actually, I just bought it 2 months ago. I purchased it, I found it on the internet, and went and looked at it and haggled about price, and then ended up buying it 2 months ago. The show is unbelievable, just to see like-minded people with beautiful cars. Like, I can't imagine the amount of money into some of these cars. It's unreal. And everybody's been really friendly and really nice, so it's been a good experience. When I was younger, I used to see my father and his friends and stuff. They all drove cool cars, and I always wanted one ever since I was younger, so. You're looking at a 1967 RS SS 350 Camaro. Built 3rd week of October 1966, has the deluxe interior. The deluxe interior had sport console with bucket seats, and they had a white inlay inside the bucket seats that set it apart from other standard interior.
Now, if you think this is a guy-only event, think again.
It's a 1974 Z28. There were 574 shipped to Canada in 1974, and this one lives on. Very proud of it. It's shown in the US and it's shown in Canada. This striping was put on by GM. This car was painted in 1988, so it's been around for a long time. But that was the striping, the correct striping for 74 at that time. You don't see many Z28 74s because not many of them lived, because there was not that many that were shipped, which makes it kind of a unique car in that regard.
Now, if you own one of these cars, chances are you love to drive it. Well, you're given that opportunity at the show with the annual Cruise Through the Niagara Region.
Well, initially when we decided to come to the Niagara Falls area, the cruise was one of the factors that sort of steered us this way. We were under the impression that if we could arrange some kind of a cruise that would go actually down by the falls, Americans know where the Niagara Falls area is, Canadians know, and consequently, they know where they're going, they know what to expect, and they've also got the advantage of being in a tourist area, so they can take advantage of that while they're here. We had the cruise down by the falls 2 years in a row, and we do get excellent support and accompaniment from the Niagara Regional Police. But they opened a new casino this year, so we relied on some of our members in the area to devise a new route this year, and we chose to go down by Niagara on the Lake and we'll look at the feedback that I get from my emails when the show's over, but the verbal ones I've got have been phenomenal. So I was concerned about losing the falls as part of the attraction for the cruise, but the feedback I got, like I said, has just been fantastic. So we'll probably pursue it again by the Niagara on the Lake next year as well.
When we come back, it's Tim's time to shine as his car is ready for dredging. And later, we'll take a look at some of Tim's competition, like this 2002 ZL1 Supercar Camaro.